신경 쓰세지.
Last track of the album, TXT Higher Than Heaven, is here. We're gonna check it out as promised. We're gonna talk about the music as always, but also how this may fit into the album as a whole. And notably for this one, it's 2 minutes 46 seconds.
Okay.
I believe we said it last time that this is actually one of the longest tracks. So that's good. We'll check it out and talk about things after. Let's get to it. 3, 2, 1, click. This is brighter, even brighter than what we got from the preview.
Oh, the rhythm. Oh, I actually love this.
Also, like, got some Christmas feel to it.
Yeah. Dang, they're falsettos.
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa! Yo! Love that.
Yeah.
Yo, I like this one.
We're having a bridge.
Are we getting a bridge?
Whoa, chord change. Love the backing vocals. Yeah. Oh, there's some kind of synth being added.
Yeah, you hear the...
Yeah, it's like a xylophone.
Oh, this part. I got the guitar as well.
Wow. Love this.
Like that, yeah.
It's definitely higher than heaven.
That, yeah.
Where are they going, man?
That's nice. I like that.
Yo, I just have a question. You know, in chorus part, like how many guitars are there? Like, are you able to distinguish?
Let me check. Honestly?
2?
Or 1 even. It just feels like it's
panned, right? And
or doubled.
okay, if it's doubled, then it makes sense.
Because it's 2 same. Could be 2. But if you do it 2, and because it's electric guitar and the way you play will vary ever so slightly, it might get a bit too distracting.
Yeah.
So I feel like it has to be 1 pen.
Okay,
but
okay.
I mean, any, you know.
Yeah, it's always possible. Okay.
But if it was like me, I would have just done
No one. Okay.
Like, yes, or you could do 2 and then make sure that the second one is...
Yeah.
But still, it's going to be panned both ways. And it's not going to be 1 here and 1 here because that's going to cause too much variation, I think.
Because what I liked about it is that, like, at first, when the bass is being played at a certain rhythm, you know, like, bum, 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 thought that was just electric bass and that's it. But if you listen carefully, there's an electric guitar note on top of it. So basically, a bass guitar and a electric guitar together. And also, I think during the verse also, there's another guitar on sides keep just being played the chords. So I was just like questioning myself, oh, if that's the case, then is the chorus more than 2 guitars? Despite the mood and the atmosphere of the song, the arrangement is pretty simple. You know, there's only just the rhythm, bass, and like 1-2 guitars and that xylophone sound at the end. That's it. Other than that, it's just TXT vocals and backtracks. Just really loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the big part of why it feels so full or so almost surprising is, well, first of all, if you listen to how the pre-chorus goes, and then or how the pre-chorus leads the listeners to the chorus, they start building up, and we know like the title is already higher than heaven, and they even play with it in the post-chorus section, right? High, high, high. I like that they reach like a peak at pre-chorus note-wise. They go really, really high, and then they completely just drop it.
Yeah,
The chorus. I actually really like that, and I think that's like not as common as people think. To have this much of an extreme, like the difference in the notes. So that's one thing I really liked. And of course the post-chorus. I didn't know that they would go hit those notes for the top line, and to have the guitar playing the same notes underneath. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Another thing, bridge. They had bridge.
Oh.
Thank you.
Really
it works.
loved it, yeah.
I like the bridge. And this song also has that TXT very slight auto-tune or intentionally noticeable pitch correction type of vocal effect. And you can also hear that in the bridge section when Taeyeon hits those notes. That's like a signature TXT move at this point. It works.
I think nowadays, especially when TXT is doing it, this is TXT style of tuning.
Because it works with their vocal as well, just like the timbre and everything.
Especially, the timbre and the falsetto and then those little vibratos at the end.
It's true, vibrato style
it works so well.
So I don't mind that. I noticed it a bit more in this one. Sometimes I do wonder if they could like just push it and make it auto-tuned or just do it less. But I think they found like the perfect balance over the years. And so it's just something I noticed. So I wanted to bring that up as part of the song's charm, I guess.
If you think about the song, it could really be repetitive. The mood-wise, the rhythm of the chorus section, it's not something that's like full blooming type of thing, right?
Right.
But
it's pretty much,
what they did is they actually have some kind of like whistle sound on top of it. So it adds the frequency of the song, makes it much more grand. And also adding that post-chorus, like the different guitar that's going like up, that makes the song's dynamic changing. I really loved it because within that staying mode, they actually changed the dynamic. So I think that was a clever.
I think the big reason why they have the post-chorus is to give that difference. In the mood, because otherwise it is very much constant and it can feel repetitive. Which is also why you have the bridge as well. So in one sense, this is the most careful song in that they consider everything, the repetitiveness and everything, and went for a more conventionally structured flow to make sure that it gives enough variation. Let's talk about the album a little bit, because at first, as I was listening to each track, I thought this album is about love, and it sort of is, because it's always about, you know, how you met somebody or how you're going to give up something for the other person, or, you know, so it is about love in one sense. But this album is not just about love. I feel like it's also about discovering yourself through others and maturing. And that's sort of how I feel, especially because it goes from describing someone's presence as being like heaven, which is like the first track, right? Heaven, to spending time together and going through different stages of life, and eventually reaching a point where you tell that person that you will now take them to a place higher than heaven. Going kind of full circle, right? And giving back what you've been given, but also giving more. And it also works as like a metaphor for growth, right? Now, because they're going higher than heaven, and where they started at heaven. So that's why I feel like it's more than love. And while I don't remember the themes or the lyrics clearly for the mid section that much, especially for 41 Winks, I think, I do remember it for Heaven, and comparing it to how this track just went, I feel like it's a not just a linear, almost exponential growth curve that they're showing here story-wise. So like the message, the themes are very strong, I think, in this album, and maybe it's stronger because the tracks are short and the album is really like just one big track that's supposed to be listened in one sitting. Maybe. And since they, for the most part, pulled it off very well, I gotta applaud them on that part. I just wish some tracks could have been like this one in structure. But excellent album. Otherwise, I really loved it. So
I really like they brought our memories back of 2000s and 2010s.
that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like merging with this modernness. It was just something pretty experimental, I guess. You know, making everything short.
Yeah, and especially with this one, this did have like a Christmas feel to it, right?
Yeah, weirdly, yeah, Christmas feel, but at the same time, very summer too.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we're listening to it. In
Yeah.
Maybe, right?
I thought about it. Yeah.
I think it's just like the rhythm and the
Yeah,
pop
yeah,
of the
yeah,
drum and the
yeah,
guitar,
yeah.
some of it, right?
Mhm.
All right. So that was TXT Higher Than Heaven. Please, we would love to know what you thought about this track and the album as a whole. Now that we've listened to it all, what do you think the message is, what the theme is? And of course, what is your favorite track at this very moment as you're watching this video? Please let us know, comment down below, and we'll be back with more videos down the road. Happy holidays, everybody.
Have a good day.
Yes. Yun.
Stella.
J Price.
Daniele.
Stay Alexa.
Nana.
Kimberly R.
JC.
Heathers.
황제 Quark.
Lydia 97.
Zuzana Smirkova.
Ghislaine Azrilla.
Angskr.
Kate P.
MJ.
Julie.
Butter J1.
Ellen Petter.
The Library of the Unwritten.